Hello Gaudi class, and welcome to today's maths lesson. You might notice that my background is slightly different today. Can you guess where I am? For the arithmetic challenge, I want you to time yourself for 4.5 minutes. Now what you need to do is you need to pause this video, set a timer for 4.5 minutes, answer the questions that you can, and if you've finished before the 4.5 minutes, then do some more of the extension, and then unpause the video and go through the answers with me. Now, you could just skip ahead and check that the answers are right, and then if you got anything wrong, you could go back and see what method I used to find out the answer. Or you can sit through all the answers with me. So, pause the video, do your challenge, come back to me in 4.5 minutes. Okay, let's start with challenge 1. 17 take away 11. And I don't have enough fingers to do that, so I'm going to use my ruler today. So I'm going to start on 17 and I'm going to take away 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And my answer is 6. 8 add 9. And I'm going to do this one on my fingers. So I'm going to put the 8 in my head, the 9 on my fingers. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 3 times 2. So 3 lots of 2. 2, 4, 6. And this time I've got a takeaway and my answer is 1. So as I can start with anything bigger than 1. So I'm going to start with 4 today, because it was question number 4. So 4 take away something is going to be 1. So there's my 4. That's the one I want left at the end. So how many do I need to take away? 1, 2, 3. Let's do 7. 7 take away something equals 1. So there's my 7 fingers. I'm going to leave this one. That's the one I want left up. So I'm going to leave that one. So I've got to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's my 10. And let's do 10. 10 take away something equals 1. So there's my 10. That's the one I want left. So I've got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there are lots of other answers I could have had. Thousands and thousands of other answers I could have had. And you can put those on tapestry and I'll have a look at them. Let's have a look at challenge 2. I'm going to check my 1's digits, and I don't like those because they're big, so I'm going to use my 10s and 1 chart to help me. So 39 add 21. I'm going to do my 1's first. 9 add 1 is 10. So I'll put that underneath. I can see the 0 goes in that column and the 1 goes in this column. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 39 add 21 is 60. Double something equals 14. So I'm going to count in 2s until I get to 14 and stop. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So double 7 is 14. 24 take away something equals 17. So I'm not doing the opposite because I'm starting with a takeaway. So I've got to do a takeaway. So I can either do 24 take away 17, or I like counting on better. So I'm going to start from 17 and I'm going to stop when I get to 24. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So the answer is 7 again. Right. Something take away something equals 19. So I'm going to do this as a pattern. So anything I've got to start with has got to be bigger or the same as 19. So 19 take away nothing will be 19. If I start with 19 and I don't take any away, I'll have 19 left. So if I start with 20, then 20, 19, I'll take away 1. And then I can do 21, take away, and I'm happy again because I'm doing a pattern. 21, 20, 19, so I'm taking away 2. 22, take away 3 equals 19, and I can keep going like that. What I could do is I could add 10, so I could do 32, take away 13 equals 19. So what I've done is I've added 10 to both of these. We'll do some more of those tomorrow. So I'll happily look at all your extensions when you put them on to tapestry. Let's have a look at today's work. So today we're going to be dividing by 2. So we're going to look at sharing equally, either into groups of 2 or into 2 groups. And it's going to be a little bit tricky because we're going to do both of those, but it's not going to make any difference to our answer. So there are 8 children here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put them into groups of 2. So we're going to put these 2 together as a group, and these 2 together as a group, and these 2 together as a group, and these 2 together as a group. And we can see that we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Because what we've been saying is that our total goes first, then the number of groups, and then the number in each group. We're going to remember that throughout. Now, what we've got here is we've got 8 children again. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to put them into 2 groups, not into groups of 2 like we just did, but into 2 groups. So put this one over here, 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 whoops, this one over here, this one over here, and this one over here. Let's not have him standing on her head. So we've put them into 2 groups, and we can see that we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group, and 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group. So we have started with 8, we've put it into 2 groups, so we've divided by 2, and we have 4 in each group. On the last one, we had 8 children, we divided them into 4 groups, and we had 2 in each group. So I'm going to write that above that. So what we did was we had 8 children, we divided them into 4 groups, and we had 2 in each group. And I wonder if you can notice the pattern in the numbers. Don't worry if you can't. Let's do it again. So we have got 12 flowers, and we're going to divide them into groups of 2. Groups of 2. Oops, I need my pen. Groups of 2. So here is a group of 2 flowers, and here is a group of 2 flowers, and another group of 2 flowers, and another group of 2 flowers, and another group of 2 flowers, and a last lot of 2 flowers. And we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. So we had 12 flowers to just start with. We've shared them into 6 groups, and we've got 2 in each group. Can you say, let me say it first, and then you can say it with me. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. So can you say that with me? 12 divided by 6 equals 2. Well done. Now we've got 12 flowers, and we're going to divide them into 2 groups. So not groups of 2, 2 groups. So I am going to try 1, 2, 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. You're not going to be able to see this because I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm going to start from each end, and I'm going to count in until I get to the middle so I can see where the middle is. So I can put this lot into one group, and I can put this lot into one group. And hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did that right. So I had 12 flowers. I've divided them into 2 groups, and I had 6. So on the last one, I had 12 flowers. I put them into 6 groups with 2 in each. So I moved them into 2s. I grouped them in 2s, and I had 6 in each. This time, I put them into 2 groups, and I've got 6 in each group. And again, can you see the same pattern in the numbers? Right, here are 9 flowers. So let's see if we can share those into groups of 2. So just pause for a moment and see if you can work out how many groups I'll have if I put those into groups of 2. So I'm going to move those into a group of 2, those into a group of 2, that into a group of 2, those ones into a group of 2, and oh dear, I have got one left over. Why can't I share the 9 flowers equally? So I can't share the 9 flowers equally because I don't have a number in the 2 times table. 9 is not in the 2. If I'm counting in 2s, I don't say 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I miss 9 out. So we say 9 is an odd number. It's not in the 2 times table. And you can't share equally into 2 groups if you have an odd number. Okay. What we're going to do this time is we're going to see if we can share the 8 equally between the two groups. So I'm going to just share equally. Do you know what it's called when you share equally in two groups? You might know because we did something similar last time, look, 2 weeks ago. We halve it. So we took 8, we've put half in this side and half in this side. So half of 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 shared between 2, 8 divided by 2 is 4, or half of 8 is 4. It all just becomes very confusing. Say, we're going to read it as the sentence is here. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Can you say that with me? 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Well done. This time we have got 12 and we're going to share them equally. So we're going to find half of 12. So 1 for you and 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 1 for you. I need one of those things that speeds up like fast motion. I don't know how to do that. And 1 for you and 1 for you. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that side and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that side. It's always good when the sides are equal. So 12 divided by 2 equals 6. I'm going to show you a way that you could have done that without using the whole part model. Okay, so because there is a 2 here, this number here after the division is a 2, it basically means I am counting in 2s. And I don't want 12 lots of 2s. I want to stop when the answer is 12. So if I go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I can see I've used 6 fingers. So there are 6 lots of 2 is 12, or 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So read that one with me. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Let's do another one. Right, this time we've got to work out what we started with and we divided by 2 and we got 4. So we keep saying this is our number of groups and this is how many in each group. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use that to help us. So we need 2 groups. There's 1 group. There's 2 groups. And we need 4 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4 in that group. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4 in that group. So now we can see how many we started with altogether. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we've actually done to find the answer is we've done the opposite of dividing. We've actually times. We've done 4 times 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, or 2 times 4, 4, 8, to find the answer. So although it looks like a division question, because the number at the beginning is missing, we can multiply the 2 together, or we can draw the picture to help us. So if you want to, you can pause the video or shout at the screen and what you think is going to be here. I'm going to draw it out. So I'm going to do my 2 groups. And I've got to put 10 in each group. And I can't do super quick motion, so I paused it so you don't have to watch me count all the counters out. So I've got 10 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 10 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got 2 groups. I've got 10 in each group. How many counters have I got all together? And the really good thing is I can count in 10, so I can count that's 10, 20. So it's like doing my multiplication 10 times 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, or 2 times 10, 10, 20, to get my answer. So although it looks like a division question, we've actually done a multiplication to find the answer. Okay, so let's see if we can do this one then this time the other way around. So we're going to do, instead of doing divide, we're going to do 12 times 2 to help us find the answer. Now, I don't have 12 fingers, so I'm going to have to use my eyes as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Don't know how else to do that one. So 24. So if we started with 24 and we shared it into 2 groups, we would have 12 in each group. And if you don't trust me, try that for yourself. Go and find yourself 24 counters, share them into 2 groups and see if you've got 12 in each group. Maybe I am just trying to trick you. Right, your turn. So challenge 1. There are 10 muffins. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many muffins are there in each group? So on each plate, how many muffins are there? Okay, so we know that there are, I'm going to do this one with you. We know there are 2 muffins. And there are how many plates or how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know that if you take 10 muffins and you share them into 2 on each plate, group them in 2s, you will have 5. And also 5 times 2 equals 10. I've done that one for you. So have a look at this one. It's exactly the same. There are 12 cherries. How many groups are there? So we've got a group here and a group here. How many cherries in each group? Let's count them. So that's going to go there. So that's going to be the same answer. So 12 divided by 2. So 12 shared between the 2 groups gives you how many in each group? And it's going to be the same number there. 2 times what will give you 12. And you can do that on your fingers by counting and stopping at 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Challenge 2, so slightly harder. There are some arrays here, and you can see in this one, you are counting in rows. So how many rows? There are 2 in each row. You've got 8 altogether. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. How many rows have you got? So that's quite a nice, easy one. And that's the same answer here. So 8 divided by 2 will give you the same answer. Here, you're counting in columns because you've got 2 in each column. So you've got 16 altogether. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So how many columns have you got? And that will be the same number. So if you were to count in 2s until you got to 16, how many times would you have counted? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. How many would you have counted? Okay, question 4. There are 14 socks. So Amir puts them in pairs. So how many pairs of socks does he have? And then can you do the number sentence? And can you please remember when you do the number sentence, and I'm going to put this here, that when you're doing division, your biggest number always, always, always has to go at the front when you're doing division. Okay. Challenge. So this is challenge 3. If you're on something much harder, trickier, be careful and don't get caught out. There are some missing numbers. Check your answers. So 6 divided by 2. So dividing by 2 is really nice because you're just counting in 2s. And if you have to divide by 2, you're counting until you get to the answer. So you're just going 2, 4, 6. Oh, there's my answer. So it's going to be 3. Okay. It's the ones where you've got the missing boxes. So for all of those ones, all the ones with the divide sign, those 4, A, B, C, and D, you're just counting in 2s until you get to that answer. So not 6 lots of 2, just 2, 4, 6, 6, stop at 6, stop at 10, stop at 14, stop at 0. For the other 5, you are going to do the multiplication, you're going to find what's missing. So actually you're doing multiplication. So you are doing 5 times 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then check. So if I say that one's 10, because 5 times 2 is 10, then check it through as a division. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, it gives me 5. And what you can do here is to put in, it says here, choose to and link the multiplication sentence. It's actually easier to try, when you've got something missing in the question, to change it round and do it as your multiplication. And that works for all of those. 6 times 2, 9 times 2, 11 times 2. But I didn't tell you that. Shh. Right. And now there's another challenge. This is a worded question. So Alex has 22 pencils. She puts them into pots Each pot has 2 pencils. So how many pots does Alex need? So you would just do 1 pot, there's 2 pencils, 4, and you keep going until you've used up all 22 pencils, and then count the number of pots you've got. And if you can do the division sign, division question as well, that would be fantastic. Okay, extension. If I know my 2 times table, I can use this to help me divide by 2. And do you agree with Dora? And of course you agree with Dora, because I have spent the whole lesson showing you how to use counting in twos to help you do your division. So the answer has got to be yes, because otherwise Mrs. Gabella has been telling us rubbish all lesson. So absolutely you agree with Dora. So explain. I agree, and I'm going to rub out the disagree because I've told you you agree with Dora. Because why? Why does knowing your 2 times table help you divide by 2? What have I been telling you to do to find the answers? And the last question. I have 24p. I divide it equally between 2 friends. How much will they get each? I have 24 coins in 2p coins. How many 2p coins do I have? So consider the 2 answers above. What's the same and what is different? And I look forward to seeing your answers on Tapestry and seeing you for the next lesson.